moneyness of options is deciding factor in exercising the option. So सीधी सी बात है कि जो holder of the option है, when will he exercise an option? He will exercise an option depending on the moneyness of that option. So as we discussed, he will exercise the option when the option is in the money. So when an option is in the money, when an option is having positive payoff, it is at that time it is in the money. When an option is out of money, that means when the option is having negative payoff, that means it is out of money. When will be an option ATM, that is at the money? When the payoff on the option is neutral, and it is at that time it will be at the money. So I'm sure this must be very clear to every one of you, because though when you read the term in the money, at the money, out of the money, without having the previous background, this might appear to be German or French language, like German or French language. But now that we have this understanding, I am sure even if you want to forget, you will not be able to forget as to what is in the money, what is at the money, and what is out of the money. And when will an option become in the money, when will an option become at the money, and when will an option become out of the money. So remember, in the money, at the money, out of the money is applicable in case of both the options, in case of the put call options also, and in case of the put options also. We have discussed so far in the context of a call option. Remember, opposite is true when you have to look at from the perspective of a put option, and that is also what we will understand. Before we, at the same time, let us also understand there is something called as intrinsic value. Intrinsic value. So what is intrinsic value? Intrinsic value in case of a call option is spot price minus the strike price, and that is your intrinsic value in case of a call option. So ये भी चीज़ हमको समझ के लेना जरूरी है कि intrinsic value क्या है. And intrinsic value का मतलब ये है, in case of a call option, from the strike price you minus from the spot price you minus the strike price, and what you get is your intrinsic value in case of a call option. What will be the intrinsic value in case of a put option and in case of a put option? And remember, as I said earlier, the relationship between the call option and put option is inverse, and that means if the intrinsic value in case of call option is outcome of spot price minus the strike price, in case of put option it is going to be the other way around, and that is strike price minus the spot price. And this is how you will determine the intrinsic value. Now please remember, intrinsic value can either be positive or it can be zero. It will never be negative. And why will it never be negative? Because the call option holder or the put option holder is never going to exercise an option where the option is either out of money or at the money. So since the option holder will not exercise an option where the payoff is negative or neutral, and that is why the intrinsic value for the holder of the option can be positive, has to be positive, or at the most it can be zero. It will never be negative, and that is what you must understand as a concept as far as the derivatives are concerned, as far as the options are concerned. This is what you must, I'm sure as we move forward, you will understand practically also, but as a concept for the time being, just remember that options whose intrinsic value is positive are called in the money. ठीक है, तो जैसा कि हमने डिस्कस किया, तो वो जो ऑप्शंस जिनकी इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू हमने पीछे वाले एग्जांपल में देखा, व्हेन द इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू is positive, now such options, whether call option or put option, are in the money by virtue of the fact that they are holding money as it stands now, that is the spot price is higher than the strike price in case of a call option and other way around in case of a put option. And so this is your in the money, out of the money, at the money, and how the in the money will determine exercise of an option by holder of an option.